Hey guys, welcome back to Sprocket, and today we're going to be building something based on something in real life. Not that I know what the name of it is, but if you guys do, let me know. If you guys didn't see the video where I built this thing, by the way, it's a pretty cool thing. It's a Segway with two guys on it. Why not? Anyway, let's go ahead and start building this brand new thing that is going to be interesting. Okay, so starting out, we're going to go with the actual wheels, I guess. Let's go ahead and sync to chassis, turn that off. We're going to make this a hell of a lot smaller, just like so. Let's grab this guy and this guy really quickly. We're going to be getting rid of the return rollers, and we're going to be moving these guys down and very close to these guys. There we go. Pretty weird, but that's fine. We're then needing interleaved wheels. I don't know how I turn that on, though. How do I turn on interleaved? Interleaved? There it is. Okay, I want something along the lines of this. So if I can, let's make these a tiny bit smaller. Actually, you know what? I want more, though. I want more than that. Let's go ahead and extend this backwards. Why can't I have more? No? Where are they at? Why isn't it putting more in here? What's going on here? I don't understand. All right, let's go ahead and do this. That's all good. Bring these guys back to there. That's actually too many. Maybe make it smaller. There we go. That's about right. And I'm happy with that. That's awesome. So that's how we're keeping the wheels. The spacing is actually going to change a bit, so let's go ahead and do that. And then the width of these is going to change too. Oh, yes! That's awesome. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm going to leave the tracks for now. They might change in terms of width and stuff like that later, but not right now. So, what we're going to do is what we always do. We're going to delete all of these guys because we can. There we go. We're then going to drag this guy backwards to meet with this, and we're going to drag this guy sort of forwards to meet with it as well. Okay, so far so good. We're now going to make it a lot skinnier so that it actually fits together a lot nicer, and these guys can be moved inwards as well. Separation, bring it in. I guess we're going to have to make these skinnier as well, and possibly move this backwards a tiny bit. There we go, just so it's not sticking out the front anymore, which it's not. Good. Okay, next thing that I'm going to do is drop this thing down. There we go, very nice. We are going to go to edges, and I'm going to split this right here. We're going to drag this guy forwards to there, and it's going to be very, very flat. I'm going to bring it down as well and have it like so. We're then going to go to this guy, and I'm going to angle this bit down just like so as well. And that's all good. Yes! So far, that looks pretty cool. You know what, actually? Let's go and angle it a little bit more than that. There we go. All right, that's pretty cool. From there, we're going to go to edges again. I'm going to go to this guy, and we're going to split it. Okay. I'm going to be dragging this guy forwards to here, and that's all good. Weirdly, a lot of this is actually going to be open, but not this bit. So if we can, like, extrude this bit upwards, bring these guys somewhat together, angle it backwards a little bit as well. Grab this point right here and bring it forwards to there. Grab this bit and bring it backwards. Let's attach all of these guys together. Fill that in. Fill these guys in. And that is sick. I am going to drop that down a hell of a lot though, just like that. And actually, this is going to be flat at the back. Okay, so far so good. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is something with the engine. I would actually really like to twist it sideways. So that's what I'm doing next. We're going to angle it like this. It's going to be a 1 liter engine instead of a 2, and it's going to be quite big. There we go. Okay, bring this forwards, like so. That is actually going to go around there like that. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this guy in. Okay, let's split this thing. There we go. Move it to the side, and I guess down to the edge there. Okay, I'd like it to line up with the actual engine itself if I could, like that. There we go. And then we're going to split it again. This one's going to come all the way down here, and we'll angle it off to the side like that. There we go. Cool. You know, I actually kind of wanted it to go in here, though, so maybe if we make it like 0.5, yes, I can actually bring it into this area, which means we can bring this into this area as well. The driver can fit right here, and that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. So let's go ahead and bring this guy backwards as well, the steering wheel. Bring it inside, and I'm actually going to have the driver right behind the engine. Bit of a weird move, but let's do it. There we go. We'll drag it inwards a little bit. Fine. Yeah. Okay, we can actually see the engine just a tiny bit there. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? It's a little bit annoying. Let's just drag it back this way a tiny bit. And there we go. Now we can't see it from anywhere, and that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a crew member in here. Oh, this is tiny. This is actually tiny again. I constantly build the tiniest tanks. Don't ask me why. No idea. All right, angle him backwards. He's going to be sitting really far back. If his arms could reach the steering wheel, that would be great. So let's do this and this. Okay. So far, so good. A hand on the steering wheel. Other hand on the steering wheel as well. Pretty much. There we go. Okay. It is sort of like off to the side. It's kind of weird. Let's do that. There we go. Grab this, bring it in there. And this one, bring it out to here. Okay. So far, so good. You know, I feel like the tracks look a little bit weird being like this. It's kind of how I wanted them to be originally, but I don't know if it's quite right, if that makes sense. I wouldn't mind, I don't know what this is going to look like, but I wouldn't mind actually maybe extruding these guys out to the side. Kind of like this. Oh, that's ugly. Alright, but maybe ugly is kind of cool. Alright, yeah. Let's go ahead and drag this guy, and this guy backwards. Kind of like that. And now it looks even more interesting. Now it looks nothing like what I was originally building, but that's okay. Okay, I want like a little tray sort of thing on the back, so I've added a floor in here. We're going to fill these guys in on the sides, and then I'm going to fill this bit in as well from here. And there we go, we get ourselves a little bit of a tray back there. That looks interesting. It's very squidged. I am going to make the tracks a little bit skinnier as well. So the width of these is going to go down to like 425. 425. Bosh. If we can make these guys fit in there as well, that would be amazing. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's very front heavy. What's going on there? Oh, is that because of this? I think that's because of this. I need to do this. And this. And then this as well. I think. And then we need to like move all of that forwards as well. I'm pretty sure this is how this works. And then we need to move the engine forwards to there. And we need to move this guy forwards to here. This guy is going to have to move a little bit, I think, to fit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got some issues. Wait, does he fit in there now? I think he does. Steering wheel is currently inside the man. So let's move that this way as well. And then we'll move this tiny bit this way too. And I think that's all good. Oh, we're going to have to move these in as well. Okay, so move that forwards to like there. Okay. Oh, engine needs to move backwards. Oh boy. Can I move it? Doesn't it just suck when you have issues like this? Wait, I had to move it all forwards because of Oh, that works. Yeah, although the engine is sticking out a little bit. Drop it down by 2. Okay, good. Let's make this guy a driver and see what it drives like for now. Okay, it's a bit of a chunky beast, but that's okay. The front end is a little bit bad as well, but what we can do is just extend this bit a little bit as well. So this guy from here, forwards a tiny touch. How has that messed with anything? Oh, because it's moving him forwards. Why is it moving him forwards? Stop that. Stop doing that. There we go. All right, good. Is it going to move properly now? Yeah, sick. That's awesome. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a weird thing to do, but I want to do it anyway. So I've split these guys right here, because what I'm actually wanting is to grab these 3, and I want to extend it upwards like so, and then obviously backwards a little bit as well. There we go. And I want to add a gun into here. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good idea, possibly. It would be kind of nice to have these angle inwards a little bit. But I'm not sure. I feel like that's fine. We'll leave it like that. I now want to put a hole in this, which is the weirdest experience, but whoa. Whoa. Don't know how to feel about that just now. But let's go ahead and grab these guys, and we'll see if we can move those back into a nice-ish position. Okay, and then if I can do a similar thing right here. Or maybe if we can just delete this one. Yeah. Okay, if we delete that, we can attach this guy to this guy to this guy to this guy. Phil. This one to this one to that one to this one. Oh, hold on. To this one. Phil. And then that's actually all right. That's all good. Yeah. Okay. And then this can obviously be armored. So we are going to armor it a bit. There we go. Thickness is only going to be like 50 mil. Yeah, 50 mil right there. Oh boy. Is that supposed to poke out on that side, or is it supposed to poke out on the other side? Yeah, we're going to go with this way. Even though that looks really weird. That looks really weird. What's going on there? Because the other one extends it backwards. What? Alright, only 45 on the sides. I'm going to leave that like that. It's weird looking. Kind of cool though. Alright, I'm going to add armor plate to this piece, and this piece as well. They're all going to be around 30 mil. These guys down here are all going to be like 30 mil as well. There we go. This one's going to be a lot more than 30. It's going to be more like 50. And then this one's going to be like 30 as well. Okay, right. We've got armor everywhere that we sort of need it. The sides are not going to be that armored. We're going to go with 20 mil on the sides. And then the roof, I guess, can have like 20 mil as well. Actually, 10. 10 mil of armor there. Pretty insane that that's not very much, but sure. Okay, so it still moves, even with all of that extra armor added. I'm happy with that. Alright, jumping into crew now. Let's go ahead and try and grab some guys that are going to fit on the sides like so. We're just going to fit them on there. They are going to sit their little booties back like so. There we go. They're going to sit on the sides and angle inwards a little bit. These are going to be both the gunner and the loader. Yep, there we go. They're going to sit there just like that. If I could twist them, like on their top end, that would be nice, but I don't know how to twist. I don't think I can. So we'll leave them pretty much just like this. Okay? And then we'll have one guy stood at the back, and he's the boss. This guy's the boss at the back. He stands here and he says, "Shoot! Or fire!" Okay, hatches. We are going to add a hatch right here in the center. It's going to be made small enough just so a guy can fit through it. That's for the driver to get in and out of the vehicle. It's a bit crazy, but we'll go for it. Let's shove this on here, on the front. Driver's view, I guess, is going to go right there. A light for the driver is actually going to go right next to it as well. There we go. A bucket and spade. Let's go ahead and shove that on the front too. There we go. Okay. That looks kind of interesting. Okay. From there, what else do we actually really need? Rear lights. Let's go ahead and shove those on. Bosh and bosh. And then maybe like another viewport just to the sides if we need them. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay, mantlets. We could actually shove a proper mantlet in there if we wanted to, but the real idea that I have is not to do this, but let's go ahead and shove it up here anyway. There we go, in that hole. That looks bizarre, but we're going to go with it. And we're going to shove a cannon into there. So let's grab this, shove it on there like that. There we go. Okay, move it backwards. I guess the breech should actually be on the inside, so like this. And I kind of... Oh, hang on, what have I moved here? No, I've moved the wrong thing. So we'll shove this to the outside, and then the cannon itself is going to come to the inside, like so. Kind of like that, there we go. Alright, cool. And then from there, we're going to make the caliber 75 millimeters, and the propellant length is actually going to be quite large. We're going to go 555. Bosh. Wait, what? No, 555. There we go. Okay, so I think this guy might be in the way. So we'll stand him off to the side a little bit. And then that's all good, I think. Yeah. You know what? I actually want it to be able to go from side to side as well. So let's go with 50 right here. I want it to be able to go like 10 degrees maybe either side. That's all good. Yeah. Okay. 10 degrees either side. That's all fine. Okay. Now we're going to increase the length of the barrel and stuff. So I'd like to grab the other bit. The chunkier bit. There we go. Let's make this longer. 1 meter for this. We're going to go with 1 meter for that. Another stage, which is going to be... I don't know, bigger than this, but not much. There we go. Maybe 750. There we go. And the end thickness is going to be 25. And 25 right here as well. Okay. Kind of weird, but kind of cool. Yeah. It would be kind of nice to add a muzzle brake on the end as well. Maybe even just like that. Interesting. Okay, gunner's sight is going to go on here just like so. That's going to be for this guy, who is going to be the cannon operator and also the laying drive operator. This guy over here is going to be the breech loader. There we go. Okay, let's grab some ammunition, shove it down in the center, in the middle of the floor, and that's it. That's all the ammunition they're going to get. Alright, fire! Alright, it works. It works. We're going. Alright, it's not beautiful, by any means, but it's cool. Fire! Nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have a job, but is that because we don't have a Koopler? Maybe? I don't actually know. Let's shove a tiny Koopler on the floor, and then maybe we can have him as a commander. Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. So he's pointing forwards because that's where he needs to shoot. Good. Paint! We're going to use the same paint we always use. Yes, make it a little bit metallic. Value of this is going to go all the way up. Oh, that means it doesn't paint all of this stuff. But if I invert all of this stuff, it's proper weird. It is. Watch it. Flip? Oh. It doesn't look super duper weird doing that, but it looks weirdish. Weirdish. Let's move this backwards. What is that interacting with? Is it this guy? Or is it these hands? Maybe it's these hands down here. I don't know what he's interacting with. Move that out the way. Move this out the way. Is it interacting with this guy still? No, it's not this. I'm unsure as to what this is interacting with. Oh, it's this bit. Okay, that's fine though. This is okay. Yeah, this should work, I think. Wait a second, does the ammunition get put in a box? Oh, it does! Look at that! That's weird. Okay, cool. Anyway, I think we should take this into a battle and see if we can actually destroy something for once. Because I think we'll be able to. But just before we do that, let's go ahead and add a tiny bit more decoration. And we're also going to add some Swedish flags to it. Swedish flag up here like this. We're going to add a Swedish flag on the front. And you know what? We'll add one on the back. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of decoration and we can go from there. Alright guys, here we go. I'm going to drive straight over to the edge right here. And if you're wondering why we're always on dunes, by the way, I just think it's the nicest one to test out on. So we're going to try and shoot the biggest tank first, because we have a 70mm gun. I feel like it should do a decent amount of damage. Let's aim towards him. Here we go. Fire! Oh, wait, we stopped him straight away. That's the first time that's ever happened. Okay, he's actually dead. We killed him in 2 shots. Okay, we stopped that guy as well. Oh, this thing is a beast. This thing is an absolute beast. Bam! Oh, that didn't kill him, though. We didn't actually kill that one. Fire again. No, now we did. Okay, next. Oh, this thing is a beast. Oh! We're stopping all of them. Oh, this is so much better than anything I've built before. Okay, we've only got 2 tanks remaining. Pow! They're all dead. No way. Wait, it says victory, but there is another guy down here, so although we have victoried ourselves, I'm gonna drive down here and kill this man. Oh yeah, look at where that first round went in. I can't actually reload, I need a different tank. Let's go do it with this one instead. But yeah, this thing works quite nicely. It's a bit weird, it's not really how I wanted it to look fully, but it works. Also, this guy's now very much on fire and I think he's very dead. Yeah, it totally worked this time. Okay, anyway, for now, I'm gonna go... Wait, that's an enemy too. Hey! Hey, where you going? Die! Okay, very nice. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys very much for watching whatever the heck this was. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see me build. And maybe in the next video, we totally can. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.